In this video, I'm going to be showing you on how to change the inside face and doing a wrap on it. Now, if you're wondering why I have this plastic wrap, you're like, Fonzo, you just did a video of how to do a screen protection on your gauge cluster. Why do you have this flimsy plastic wrap on it? Well, that is true. I did do a screen protection on my gauge cluster. Now, that was a previous gauge cluster. This is a brand new one, as I had to send that one back because that one was configured wrong, and I had to call Venom Motorsports to get a new replacement one for the correct miles per hour, which this one is kind of that. So that's why I still got the plastic wrap on this particular one, and I do have to put a screen protection on it anyway. But anyhow, so let me go ahead and peel the plastic real quick for this one. So as you can see, the inside of the gauge cluster, you got this black panel. Now we're going to take this gauge cluster apart, and we are going to wrap that panel with a forged carbon wrap. Now you could honestly use any type of wrap you want. It doesn't have to be forged carbon. It could be a regular carbon fiber, or it could even be a colored vinyl of your choice. You know, if you wanted to match the bike, maybe you want to get a white vinyl, you could go ahead and do a white vinyl, or any of your choice. Like I said, it's up to you. But for this, I wanted to kind of match this forged carbon that I did for the gas cap, or the fake gas cap for this matter. I want to do that kind of same match. All right, so first things first, let me show you the things that you need to, the tools that you'll need so you could actually get to that inside part of the gauge cluster and how to access that part. Okay, the tool that you're going to need is going to be a 10mm socket to remove a screw up here and a screw down there on both sides. Just remember that the shorter ones are on the top, the longer bolts are on the bottom when you install everything back. So go ahead and remove those screws. I don't know why that every time I mention about removing the headlight, I always forget the towel, because we're going to need to rest the headlight on top of it. So just tuck the towel on top of your front wheel fairing like this. So make sure that way when you take the headlight out, you don't scratch the front lens. So the front lens is going to sit right here. Now that we got the headlight off, now there's going to be 3 screws to remove underneath the gauge cluster. So there's going to be one here in the middle, and there's going to be one over here on this side. So really 1, 2, and then 3. So go ahead and remove those 3 screws. It's going to be with a Phillips screwdriver. After that, I might as well mention it now. You're going to have to unplug this plug right over here. Let's just do that now. So just gotta push this little clip in right here. There's a little clip. Just push it in and then pull it out like this. If you did my installation on how to wire up a battery indicator, you're gonna have to unplug these wires from the harness. So if you did not do that video, then don't worry about it. You're not gonna have nothing plugged into this part. After you get all that done, you can just go ahead and pull your gauge cluster out, put it through the hole, and completely remove it from the bike. Let's go over to the bench now. Okay, next we're gonna be removing is going to be 4 screws. 1 over here, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and remove all of those screws. Okay, after you do that, then we are going to separate the halves, which is really like this. And so go ahead and remove this piece out. Now we're going to remove a few more screws. It's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, after you get those 4 screws removed, just going to go ahead and separate this half from it. Go ahead and remove this piece out. And just when you thought the screw insanity is done, you are mistaken, as there is still more screws to remove. Now we're going to remove 8 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's go ahead and remove all of those screws. Then we'll be done. Now that we're done removing all of those screws, go ahead and pull this piece out, and we're going to put this part upside down so no dust could get inside the lens. Now here's the piece that we need. Now we're going to go ahead and get the wrap, and we are going to wrap this front face part of the plastic. Okay, now as far as ideas to wrap this is just a few of what I have laying around. Again, you could do wrap whatever color you would like in your heart desires. You know, you could do a red wrap, which I got some red vinyl here. You could do a multicolor shimmer wrap. You could see right here. Again, these are just something I have laying around in the house, you know, just to give you guys an idea. If you want to wrap it a yellow, if you have a white evader, you could also wrap it in white to kind of give it that accent color in the matching department, or give it that nice green. If you want to go a little bit more wild, you could do almost like kind of like a reflective style to it. If you want to go the old-fashioned way, just do a carbon fiber wrap. You could even you know, print up or get some sticker. If you'd like to do sticker bombing, maybe do a sticker bomb on the front faceplate here, or you could even put words on it. You know, if you want to put motorsports here on the top, if you have a sticker machine, or if you buy stickers, you know, you could put some words, or maybe put, if you also have a YouTube channel, maybe you could put your YouTube channel name on there, or your social media name handle on there, Instagram or whatnot. And then finally, I have my forged carbon carbon pieces, and that's what I'll be wrapping this front faceplate with. All right, so let's get started in wrapping the faceplate. Okay, so for myself, I'm just gonna be using some scrap forged carbon wrap that I got, which is this little piece right here. And for you guys, just cut out a square. You want to measure this, and if I were to measure it, sorry for going off the camera here. I'm gonna just move the camera right there. All right, so if we were to measure this piece, we are looking at around 8 inches across. Let's see, so it's 8 across, and then width wise, we're looking at, I would say 3.5 inches width of, like this way. So you guys could, go ahead and measure. But for me, I'm gonna go grab this piece, and I'm just going to put it right over it and try to, get it as centered as possible. Now it says pretty centered. And then once I have it centered, I'm just gonna go ahead and press it down. I'm just gonna flip it over really, and then really press it in. Once I have it all nice and pressed in, and then look at the other side and make sure it's pretty smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blade, and I'm just gonna cut a cross like that. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blade, start from one end, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just, give it a good cut here, and give it a good cut over here, because we're actually gonna, flip the ends of it. Okay. So now I'm just gonna grab the flap over here like this, and then we're just gonna pull on it and then stick it over just like that. Then same thing with all these other pieces. Just grab the piece. Okay, I'm gonna pull it as hard as I can and then stick it. And then same thing with this piece here. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of fold it, get that crease going, and then just stick it down. Looking good so far. Get this other end and then do the same, and then flip it over and then press on it. All right, so from the other end, it's gonna give that nice look to it. So we're just gonna pretty much do the same thing with all the other angles. We're just gonna go ahead and just, flip it over and then start pressing it and sticking it on here. Alrighty, now this is how mine came out, and it came out really good, as you can see. And a nice shimmer to it, and then on the other side you can see how it looks like as I just folded the pieces and stuck them there. So now this is ready to go back into the gauge cluster. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way. Let's go ahead and grab our face here. I'm gonna flip this over, make sure there's no dust in there. Gonna grab our plate over here, and then we're just gonna stick it right back inside and then put all the screws right where they used to be. So you guys do the same. Okay, don't forget to put your screws in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you guys do the same. And then you get your cover piece, get the cable, make sure you put it through here, and then go ahead and put all 4 of your screws back in. 2, 4, go ahead and do that. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna grab our cover piece, put that through, put our remaining 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3, and also don't forget to put the 1 screw that holds this piece in place. Okay, now that we got everything put together there, let's go over to the bike and install it back on the bike. And now we are going to put the cable through the frame. So put it through the frame over here on the top, push everything through, and then we're gonna line up the pegs. There's 3 pegs, 1, 2, and 1 in here in the middle. And that's gonna correspond with the rubber grommets that are on the frame. Go ahead and put everything in there. So now you're gonna put your 3 screws back in. You're gonna plug your cable harness back here. And again, if you did my other extension parts, go ahead and plug those back in as well. Okay, and lastly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our headlight back on. Remember, the short screws go on the top, the longer screws go on the bottom. So go ahead and put that all back in, and then you are all set. All right, let's see how it looks. And as you can see, I do have a blue filter on my gauge cluster. If you're looking to want to do the same with your gauge cluster, I'll have a link right up here on top of this video to get to that video on how I did that. All right, other than that, it is looking really good in there. Kind of gives it that nice accent to the gauge cluster. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on so you guys could see on how the gauge looks like with the blue filter. All right, so I'm going ahead and turned off a few of my lights in here so you don't see the glare of the other lights. And it's looking really good so far. Alright guys, so that pretty much concludes the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. If you disliked the video, smash the dislike button. Let me know down below of what you disliked about this video. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to also leave that down below while you're down there. Hit the subscribe notification bell. That way you guys are up to date with my latest uploads. And that's pretty much it, guys. Well, take care, and I'll catch you guys soon.